Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 280. I am now 4/5 of the way there to creating another 100 videos of the series. We're nearly at 300. That's crazy. It really does mean that we are sort of towards the end of the cycle though. And for those of you that are still here, man, I'd absolutely love your support. Hit me with a thumbs up. Let's get over 2,500 likes. I know you can do it, and I just thank you so much for still supporting the series so late on in the year. Subscribe as well if you're new around here, and let's push our way towards 500k subs as well, shall we? While we're at it, we're about 47k away. So at some point that will happen, but probably sometime in the future, right? So today, I genuinely nearly didn't upload. It was going to be the first day of the entire cycle where I didn't put a video out because I just didn't know what to do. There was nothing for me to... well, I say there was nothing for me to do. There's a couple of players that I could grind for in Rivals and stuff, but that's not really where I'm at in my headspace for this series now. We are so late into the cycle. We've played 1,700 games or something, and I'm just a little bit... I just don't really want to play Rivals that much anymore. I pretty much don't want to play Rivals anymore. Whether or not we have to at some point, or we will at some point, I don't know. But for now, I'm just not bothered about it. So I was going to literally not upload today and just say, sorry guys, no vid today. You can expect the rewards tomorrow. But I figured something. I figured out something that I could do. Just press record on my Elgato and thought, you know what, we'll see if we can make an episode out of this, even if it's shorter than normal. And actually, I don't think it is much shorter than normal, so we found something to do. So the first part was just there were some objectives that were bottlenecking me. It was literally week 1 bronze. I couldn't get even into silver and gold because I needed a score with a Frenchman. Well, we've just not had a Frenchman in our squad. So I went and did that with a lone Henri. And that's going to unlock this Ronaldinho. I'm going to savour the 7 games with this guy. Probably going to play them in the weekend league at some point when I'm just trying to have fun. Because this is got to be up there as one of the best cards on the game. I'd love to try him out, man. So genuinely excited for at some point where I can give that guy a run out and just see if he's any good on the game. See if we can do some skills and score some nice goals with one of the most fun players of all time. So you notice that Mahrez wasn't on my squad right there. It's time to sell him. Don't really want to, but I had an idea of a different squad that we could use if we did sell Mahrez. Yes, we've lost loads of money on him. Like I said the other day, we would have lost loads of money on Di Maria as well. So you just got to take these L's at this point, and we'll try and not sell. We'll try not to buy players again on the weekend, anywhere from Friday to Sunday afternoon. Anywhere from Sunday afternoon to Wednesday, I think, is actually not a bad time to buy. Those prices seem about as low as they're going to get. Unless, of course, the market is just going to be crashing or whatever from now onwards. But we're still over 600k because he sold. And I decided to go out and buy a Jadon Sancho. So I was literally sniping, trying to get one for at least 1k cheaper than what I just paid for him. For 10 minutes, I got kicked off Ultimate Team a couple of times and stuff, and just absolutely no one was listening for 487. So I eventually just thought, you know what, screw this. I'm just going to buy the one at 488 and be done with it. Because we'll end up losing 100k coins on this guy anyway. The odd 1,000, 2,000 coins just doesn't make a difference. So you'll have to excuse this squad right here. I was going to go into a online friendly match and just try some of these icons because I don't think they ever expire, do they? You can use them without using a contract if you go into friendlies. I was going to do that, but then since we've now changed the squad around and we've got our new player, we've got TOTS Jadon Sancho. Finally, I've wanted to try this guy for ages. But he was always just too expensive, and then last week we went down the route of getting Mahrez back instead. So yeah, we finally got him. He links to Witsel, obviously, with a strong link, and he gets a little soft link out to Wan-Bissaka. And the rest of this squad is going to be, well, it's going to be Mertens, Allen, and Neymar coming back in. So Mane's actually going to be just on 5 chemistry, but we'll go through that in a second. I'll show you his in-game stats and just why it really doesn't matter whatsoever. But at least we can be on like a 100 chem team once we move Mertens up to a cam from a CM, and then also once Jadon's got 10 games on him as well, that would have also given us a +1 in chem, which will take us up, as you can see. Well, we're on 100 right now. I think that was from moving Neymar from a left forward to a left winger. So we're absolutely golden. We've got more players on chemistry than I have done for a long time. So quite happy with that. But we do just need to put a Brazilian manager in. And then I think we need to apply the Premier League to him. Because we need to get chem for Neymar. We need to get chem for Militao. And then we also need to get that +1 for Mane as well. So that he's on 5. So yeah, like that's exactly right, and again that keeps us on good cam, and we'll swap Militao back in there. Oh yeah, it was because I had a Maldini in the squad still that we weren't on 99. But when I move Mertens up to cam here, and like I said, when Jadon's got 10 games on his bio or whatever, once he's finally played 10 games, got loyalty, he'll have 10 chem as well. So yeah, like that, this is the new team. It actually looks like monstrous. It really does. Those like 4 flashback players, like it's just like a nice change from like greeny to greeny blue to blue. It's actually really quite nice, isn't it? I like the gradient of our squad, with like moments Alexandro being quite a dark green and then moving into the flashback and then into the tots. It's actually kind of nice. Neymar is actually the one which doesn't really work for our gradient that we're trying to create here. So I did think about excuse me, as I got a frog in my throat, I did actually think about potentially having like a challenge where we play a weekend league where we don't have Neymar. Could you imagine? Yeah, just like maybe if we found another cool player. We'll all see what comes out later today with Summer Heat. I'm quite excited for that promo, apart from I think it's going to be a lot of grinding in Rivals, and like I've already said to you in this episode, I'm just not about that anymore. So I think if that's all this promo is going to be, is just grinding rather than like them releasing a team, it's going to be like upgrading and unlocking stuff and getting people to play during the summer. I might kind of hate it, but not going to trash on it until we see it and until we see what everything is and stuff. And like I said, I am genuinely quite excited if there's going to be some like vote stuff as well, which there look to be like a ballot box with someone putting a card into which would suggest that maybe we'll get some voting, kind of like footy style maybe. Who knows what we're going to get? You might know a bit more about it by the time you're watching this. But I am, yeah, genuinely quite looking forward to seeing what we've got coming. I hope that they're maybe what we're starting to play for in the weekend league Reds. If we're not going to get like, maybe if we get all tots in Reds like last year, then I'm fine with it. But if we start getting whatever these promo players would be, I'd also be very keen on that as well, because you would assume that we're not going to get players that are under the power curve. We're going to start getting like crazy players like we do every summer, and they've gone even harder than ever on tots. So I would assume that they're just going to keep going further and further, and we're going to have some absolutely nutty players. So, yeah, I'm also going to be switching back to the 4-4-2 for a little bit anyway. Like, I just think this is a really good formation, and I enjoyed it for such a long time that I will move away from the 4-2-2 for a little bit, just so that we can see if this formation works better at all or what. You will have seen me putting in my player instructions for each of those positions and stuff, and we're actually going to be playing Mertens as a wide midfielder and then Jadon Sancho up top. That's probably not ideal. Like, it would probably be best to play Mertens up top with Neymar and then push Mane and Sancho as my wingers. But here's why Mane doesn't really need the extra chem. As you can see, like, he would be getting +2s and stuff just to boost that ball control up to 99. Well, we've boosted it to 97. We boost the shot power fully up to 99. Long shots and volleys I don't think are necessarily like needed. He's already got 99 attack positioning, 99 finishing, 99 agility, 99 dribbling. Like, he just is already fine on 5 chemistry, isn't he? And we're going to play a game today. And actually, that game that we play was probably the best I've felt with Mane on the ball since I've been using him. So I don't know what's going on. Is he better on 5 chem? Can you remember that? There used to be like I think it used to be like Ibarbo on 7 chem was, people used to say that was OP. That was more OP than if you had him on full chem. I don't know why people used to say that, but it was like one of these FIFA myths. Matt HD Gaming would be lapping it up. So, yeah, we've got the new squad, and I actually do really like the look of it. So it's also quite nice to get Witsel back into the starting 11, obviously with the strong link to Jadon Sancho, and then just a nice one because he's obviously Belgian, getting that nation link back to Mertens, which then he gets a strong link to Alan. It just kind of flows and works really nicely throughout the squad, and we've got lots of leagues in there as well. So instead of going into rivals and sweating, I knew that I needed to just play like a friendlies match. So none of my mates were busy playing FIFA, they were all on COD and stuff. So I thought, you know what, why not go on in just to an online friendlies classic match, see what we come up against. I didn't see what team he's got, but I think it was just full of like TOTS Benzemas and Kroos and Coutinho and Gnabry and all sorts of, you know, it is like a typical stack team at this stage of the game. But what I noticed is that he wasn't playing 4-2-3-1 drop back. He was playing a 4-5-1, I think, and he did. Maybe it seemed like sometimes he was quite defensive, but that might have just been from some slow build-up play for me. If you build up slowly on this game, obviously it gives a chance for all of your opponent's defense to get back. And I just wasn't really, you know, I wasn't stressed with this game. It was actually kind of fun. So if there's gameplay in the future during the week, it might actually just be me going on into friendlies to see if we can match up against something. Maybe I'll match even some of you guys at some point in time, so that we can have a friendly game. And I know that it won't be absolutely sweaty and horrible, and we can test out some new players that we've got in our squads and stuff. That might be quite fun going forwards as well. And obviously, like, the best way to find out about that would be just if you were to follow my Twitter, because if I'm ever looking for an opponent, then that'll be where I go and ask for it in real time. So yeah, good little plug for the Twitter right there. We end up taking quite a few shots. So I was just testing the waters with Jadon Sancho, genuinely just like trying to get through, shoot on both feet, see if I noticed that his strength was any good, if his agility felt good, if his pace felt good, how the shot was on both feet. And then at half time, I'm gonna bring Alan off because I prefer Henderson. Actually going to bring Nani on for Mertens out wide, and then I think we even take Neymar off and just play Luis Alberto up top. Just because, like, why not? I've never tried him, and I had him in red, and now I've got him in blue. He's 97 rated. Maybe he'll be okay on the ball, and maybe I want to bring him on as a super sub in future. So who knows? But yeah, right off the bat, like, those two new players, Nani and Luis Alberto, kind of made an impact as they get the ball through to Sancho to score on his debut. Nice little finish, actually. I think there was a little drag back or something maybe, but yeah, we just got to a point where the defenders weren't going to AI block it, and we were all good. Luis Alberto knocks it out to 5-Kem Mane, who still feels great on the ball, trust me. And then a scoop turn and lovely finish from the Englishman means that I get another goal with him, and I'm on cloud 9 when I'm scoring with a new player. Like, I absolutely love it. Luis Alberto felt absolutely awful on the ball, though, if I'm honest. Hasn't he got like 98 dribbling or something? I did not really like how he felt. Nani, on the other hand, is genuinely one of the best SBCs I've done. I love bringing him on. He's really fun and he dribbles well. And he's got these cool white boots which really just make you look like a skiller, don't they? When you got white boots, you're always like a specialist player. That used to be the way it was back in the day anyway. And I thought it's been so long since I've hit you with a classic lasty offside trap mistake that we'll do one today. So yeah, for some reason I just tried to offside trap him, and it did not work, and we concede a goal. But hey, it don't matter. Luis Alberto is going to get himself an assist as he knocks it through to Sancho. The pace is just enough to take it past Konate, and that's actually a solid finish. Across the goalkeeper, getting that much power on it, that much accuracy. I was really happy. I just wanted to watch it again, so that's why I haven't just like completely skipped the replay. And you know, it's fine. My opponent, I don't think, skipped his replays either, so it wasn't like I was being super toxic or anything. And I can't say I was bothered that he didn't really skip his either. It was fine. We actually had quite a good little fun game. So yeah, it was nice to have a game which wasn't super stress. Good little run out, a hat trick for Sancho on the debut. That's what you want to see. It's things that right there is things you absolutely love to see. So yeah, I can actually say I've had a fun day on FIFA today. Buying a new player, completing a couple of little weekly objectives to get me some XP, to go up a level or two, unlocking a little Ronaldinho to use at some point for 7 games, and then I mean, if I could just unlock loans forever of all of the players that I use, you know that I've only used Mahrez for a few games. I'll just take a 10-game loan here and there. It will save me hundreds of thousands of coins. But hey, I don't think you could just get loans for everyone. So we've unlocked the swim celebration. It's the latest one that I've got, so I'll put it on as my active one. I guess because it's like summer season, they've given us like the cannonball and the swim, giving us like water-based, swimming pool-based celebrations, which would probably just really hurt IRL if you actually did them. So public service announcement, don't go ahead and try and cannonball the ground. I don't think it would end up being a good idea. So yeah, there's nothing on Sancho's record because it was just a friendly, so obviously that's not going to store any goals or games played or anything like that. And I actually did enjoy myself today, so yeah, sorry if it wasn't like your typical normal episode. I actually think we've done all right to get a fair bit of content out here today, buying ourselves a new major player for the squad. Again, I'll probably try him out over the next couple of days. If I'm still feeling it, then we'll keep him for the weekend league. We'll see what we get in red as well in tomorrow's episode. And that could, again, change the squad around. You never know how many times more we're going to change the squad before the weekend league. And I'll also watch Sancho's price, because if he does seem to drop or go up or anything like that, I might take action just in case. You know, if he suddenly goes up to 550, I would sell him to make the profit. However, there's always the chance that he drops to like 390 and we lose another 100k on a player. I can see that happening, but it's June. Who cares, really, right? Guys, I hope you enjoy what comes out later on tonight for Summer Heat. I'll obviously talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. And leave me a thumbs up if you're feeling generous. 2,500 likes would be the business. Subscribe if you're new around here. I thank you for that. And, of course, social media links are down below in the description. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take it easy, stay safe, stay healthy, work hard, all of those good things. And I'll catch you tomorrow for some ultimate TOTS rewards again. Peace.